Alright guys, before we get started here and I jump into the new 3D cockpit improvements in the KA-50, I just wanted to correct something. In my news bit there, I mentioned about the helicopter bundles and whatnot, and something wasn't as clear, but Matt Wagner, Wags over there at Eagle Dynamics, corrected me and mentioned that, hey, by the way, the helicopters bundle itself, that is $69.99, includes all the helicopters, and that's what you're seeing right here. So if you don't have any helicopters yet in DCS world and you really want to jump in and start to enjoy helos, holy shit, for $70 you can get all four. That's an insane buy, because you're never going to pay less than, like, usually on sale each one of these is like $25. So you're still looking at $100, man. This is like, you know, $30 less than the cheapest price you can get them all four separately for. Absolutely amazing deal. If you don't have any of these helicopters yet, this bundle is the way to go. In addition to that, you can get Black Shark 2 and Combined Arms for $50. I don't own Combined Arms, and I never got around to it because every time I looked into it, I swear it said something about it wouldn't work in VR. So I didn't bother with it. So looking at it now, I don't see anything saying that it won't work in VR. So maybe they changed that. But anyway, Black Shark 2 and Combined Arms, $50. Good deal. I think this is probably one of the better deals too. Black Shark 2 plus the MI8. MI8 is fantastic. The Black Shark is awesome. I suck at both of them, but I still enjoy fooling around with them and flying them. I'm learning as we go here. But yeah, $54 for both of those modules, not bad. And then again, the F-18 plus the Super Carrier plus the Su-33, that jumped up actually. That was much cheaper before. That's up to $100 now. That was like $64 not long ago. F-18C plus the Persian Gulf map, $84. That's still a reasonable deal. But I swear that was a little bit cheaper too not long ago. But again, you figure $60 and then $25 for the Persian Gulf map. Not a bad deal considering the F-18 Hornet alone is about $80. And then the rest of these bundles are just the whatever those navigation things are, and then they got Normandy plus the World War II assets pack for $59. That's no deal. It was cheaper before when they had their other sales. So that covers the helicopter madness sale that they're having right now. At least that's what I'm calling it. So let's jump in now and let's take a look at the KA-50 before the update, and then the KA-50 cockpit after the update in both 2D and in VR. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, I wanted to jump in and take a look at the KA-50 cockpit one last time before I do the update. So I wanted to take a look and see how it looked now. So I have something to kind of go on when I look at it again later. So honestly, it doesn't look terrible by any means. This is just one of the oldest modules that they have, so again, it doesn't look terrible. But again, I wanted to get a baseline to compare the new cockpit to. So I think that's a pretty good look at it. A lot of stuff kind of hidden behind there. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, So, what I wanted to look at is the new 3D cockpit in both 2D and in VR. Well, we took a look at the cockpit in 2D right before this, and that was before the update that occurred today. And I gotta admit, man, I like what I'm seeing. It looks fucking fantastic. Definitely a monumental improvement. Just look at the stick now. The stick doesn't look stupid like it did, you know? Very cool. Even the collective looks different. Yeah, let me bleed some speed before I wreck this thing. There we go. So anyway, everything about this cockpit looks improved. Pretty impressive. Especially right around here. This was a telltale sign that something's different right here. This doesn't look like a sticker anymore. Man, that water looks great down low. Especially this panel over here. All that stuff looked like stickers before. And the nice thing is, at least in VR, when I tried it, it didn't seem like it was taking that much more performance to pull off this awesome new cockpit. So that was pretty impressive. I think in VR with the old cockpit, I was getting like, 50, high 40s, 50, maybe as high as 60 max. And then in the new cockpit in VR, it was between 40 and 50 max. So a few FPS, up into the mid-50s. But I thought that was quite reasonable. Right on through. Yeah, this looks amazing. It's definitely a monster improvement. Very cool stuff. So, it's an improvement in 2D as much as it is in 3D in VR. Definitely a good time to dig helicopters. Alright guys, this is the KA-50 cockpit, and this is in 2.5.6 before the free 3D cockpit update. So I'm running the last version of DCS before the 3D cockpit update of the open beta because I wanted to create a baseline to see what this looked like. So, looking around the cockpit, you're going to find that the 3D cockpit in the KA-50 definitely leaves a lot to be desired. Some of this stuff, like it looks like somebody took and printed some labels on a crappy PC printer and then like pasted it on boxes. Like that looks really bad. But keep in mind, this is one of the oldest modules in DCS. So yeah, a lot of this stuff looks rough. Yeah, like even the screw heads look like stickers, you know? So again, I just wanted to take one last look at this before we throw in the new one. And performance-wise, I'm doing pretty good. This is the free flight mission over the Persian Gulf, and I'm sitting around 50 to 60 FPS up there. So I have a feeling the new 3D cockpit's going to take a little bit more performance because you don't get anything for free. Oh, I repositioned the cockpit. So yeah, everything in here looks a little rough right now.
I mean, even the stick looks rather dated. And even the collective looks a little weird. Though I have to admit, man, the new water, I'm running on low right now for the water, and that looks pretty freaking good. So even the detail of the glass looks a little bit weird in the cockpit here. Like that looks so 2D. All right, so this is it. This is the last look at this thing. So sitting around 50 FPS right now. Not bad. Reasonable VR performance. Next time we jump in here, it's going to be the new cockpit. Alrighty. This is the new 3D cockpit. So let's take a look around. Wow. That is definitely a marked improvement. I mean, right away, some of the things I'm seeing is not only is my performance good, I'm around 50 FPS right now. Actually, it's bouncing around a little bit. So let's zoom in. These right here on each side of this display here, those look like they were printed on with a cheap, PC printer basically on a cardboard box. So that looks amazing. The stick doesn't look stupid anymore. The stick looks pretty amazing. I'm going to wreck this thing trying to look at the cockpit. So the stick looks really impressive. I can kind of turn around it, and it's really 3D now. Yeah, down there where my pedals are, that doesn't look as generic anymore. The collective looks really nice too. All my buttons look cool. Oh yeah, look at this panel. This panel over here looks day and night improvement. These right here look like they were just stickers before, and really shitty stickers at that. The oil pressure and the oil temp ones. Yeah, all of these buttons are a marked improvement, without a doubt. Oh, look at that. Like the glass even looks better. Yeah, wow. That is a monumental improvement. Beautiful. I may actually have to fool around in this thing a little bit more now. About 49, 50 FPS over the Persian Gulf. That's not bad. Not bad at all. This is where I'll probably wreck it because I'll try fooling around here. Yeah, I think the FPS is just a little bit less than what it was. I was getting like 50 to 60 in the old 3D cockpit, and I'm looking at around what, 48, 50, 42 even. But that's not a terrible thing. It doesn't feel bad. Oh, look at the reflection in the window of the cockpit. I don't know if you could see that. Almost looks like a film on the window. So my understanding is the 3D model for the plane itself is going to be improved eventually as well for the chopper here. But that's not coming until the big KA-50 update that I'm pretty sure you've got to pay for. But this is the free Cockpit update, and I think it makes a monumental difference. I mean, the stick alone looks amazing compared to what it did. All these dials down here, I can clearly make everything out. It doesn't look like a generic sticker pasted on there like it did before. So this looks fantastic. Yeah, I'm down to about, well, I hit about 30 something, but I'm back to 50 FPS. Between 40 and 50 looks like what I'm hitting right now, which again is reasonable because everything looks nicer. And I am down low and the water is on low. So visually speaking, we got a few really cool visual improvements in a week's time, Like even the water looks great on low in this cockpit. Fantastic. Yeah, I think it's time to dig into the KA-50 a little bit more. I really do miss the Apache, and I'm dying for them to do that or a Cobra. But looks like KA-50 is going to be the best we've got in terms of that kind of helicopter. I mean, you've got some limited capabilities with the Gazelle. You've got the Huey with limited capabilities. MI8 is just a beast. I'm yet to really dig into that one too deep as well. But the KA-50, man, it just got a hell of a lot better. Major improvement compared to what it was. Major improvement. Let's land this thing. Yeah, right. Like I'm going to do that in one shot. I've done it before, but yeah, I'm not going to get this airspeed down that fast. The things actually look pretty impressive, though. I'm happy with the free cockpit update, and thank you, Eagle Dynamics, for that. That was very generous and nice of them. I mean, granted, I know they're throwing us a bone because they're going to do some other cool stuff to the KA-50, and this is just to entice us, but it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. So this is the new KA-50 update with today's open beta release of DCS, which is still 2.5.6, but it's like .4876 or some shit. It's not the same as last week's update. And this one did not take as long to download and plug in, which was really cool. But this cockpit is a marked improvement. Actually, it's monumental. It's definitely day and night better than what we had before. And that's pretty cool stuff, man. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free to hit that like button. And until next time,